Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday. We are live. We're live a little bit late because the second round of Title Tuesday is about to start momentarily. It's 4:08 on the East Coast. Would have started 8 minutes ago. So we missed round one. I was doing something and I couldn't make it right for 4. But that's okay. We Swiss gambited. Start 0 out of 1. Let's win our next 10 rounds. Well, let's go. Round 2 starting real soon. It's going to be an exciting celebratory stream because what's up, Rich Pitch, PXV, Sunny? We are really close. I don't know if y'all checked to 10,000 subscribers. We are at, I think, 99 something. I do have a new exciting series actually planned that I've been working pretty hard on. Oh, okay, we got next starting. Wait, let's pop out the chat and turn on emote only mode. Native 3 played C5. Where's the... D4 is interesting. They Maroxified it. Alright, this is now Maroxy. My mouse feels a little jumpy. Actually, I want to. I'm actually gonna change my mouse settings. Mouse pointer speed to 8. Okay. Alright. This is as if the game had actually started with e4, c5, a little bit different. I let them transpose it. But a Maroxy, where they went knight takes d4 and they played c4. They know what they're doing. Knight g4 I don't want to play because I want to trade for the dark square bishop, but not for the light square bishop. f3. Okay, f3 and bishop e2 is actually not the most precise. It's not the most precise, but it's not so bad. For white, bishop e6, knight d5. Or would I just want to put on d7? Bishop e6, knight d5. Take. Or do I just want to go here? Maybe just here. Because yeah. Here comes c8. This is where I want all the pieces to go. So the bishop on e6 would have hit c4 directly. Kind of forced their hand a little bit. King f8 is useful. Defending e7. I could do it. Actually, it might have been a good... Okay. Bishop h6 is a dark square bishop trade I want. So knight d5 takes. Rook takes, knight takes. Well, it only leaves them with e takes. This is a little strange. Don't know why it's wrong per se, though. Bishop e6, knight d5. I mean, I have to do it. I have to do it or else just nothing's going to happen. h5 is also interesting. It's always just a kind of useful move if you just want to pass the time. Expand against future expansions, especially in the endgame. I think this is their only bet against the defense. b3 is not what you want. If I have the pawn here, take queen b4 is very pleasant for black. So knight d5. Okay, we trade. Knight b5 is a little funky. Okay, I think we're trading anyway. And knight d7 probably. This is going here, right? But that's fine. I'm okay with you taking this. B2 should be a problem for you. And the E5 forces their hand, or an C5 is also a nice square. Alright, let's go to E5. Forcing their hand. Due to the pressure here. For I expect, or else I will keep building pressure. It may have not been the most smart to close this. No one was here and in here. C6. Also a good idea. Let's play C6. Rather than just keep hitting the one thing. It's fine after K6. Should have done this before. Yum. Okay, we're so in business now. Well, they have bishop c4, right? So let's go here. So b2 is in play if the rook moves. This is actually annoying. I want to go here and here and just hold it. Unless you want to give me that b2 pawn, in which case my a pawn will run. Yeah, this would be very dangerous. Just F7 to hold it solid. What do I do about bishop d7? C3? Oh yeah, that is the right idea. Okay. Took me long enough. Took me long enough. Yep, we got him. We just forked everything. Yeah, they tried to activate their bishop pair, but we picked up a rook. Let's keep that shut in. Thank you to whoever just followed or subscribed or something. Oh, we just trade rooks. Seems good. B6 pinned. This was actually, I think, a really well played game on my part, believe it or not. Nice. You actually almost have to be very careful there at the end. That was stalemate if they got to, if it was their turn again. Okay. Good work. Good work. We outplayed them with the black pieces in a structure we just knew better than them. The Maroxy Bind. The Maroxy Bind. This FM from Iraq. So, okay, what happened here? Yeah, so, I mean, you can imagine, like, this came out of just a Sicilian, e4, c5, knight 3, and like an accelerated dragon. That's basically what we got here, where they played c4, and then they could play knight c3 later to protect this pawn. That's exactly what happens here. as we transpose to that sort of line out of an English. And so we get this position here, castles, with the bishop hitting the queen. Now that the knight can move anywhere with the king defending the bishop, so the knight can now go anywhere it wants because the queen would be hit, so the queen steps back to d2. Knight to g4, it would be great to trade off for that bishop, but not for the light square bishop, because it's the one that was jammed in by its own pawns anyway, so that's not a good idea here. But I have this nice opportunity to play a5. They can't play b3 to stop it, to either play b4 or knight takes a4, because b3 at this moment, with your rook not protecting the other rook, leads to this little tactic. If they had that protected, then okay, that's just 2 pieces for the rook. But so a5 is something I can do right now with the king still there, so they play f3, which is actually not the best, because here the benefit of playing bishop e2 instead of f3 is that you can maybe play like f4 and maybe some sort of ambitious try here on the king side or in the center. But yeah, f3 bishop e2, yeah, not the most ambitious way to go. I mean, it's not so bad, but what it does allow you to do is play knight d5 at some moment without losing this pawn, and then maybe either like a c takes or an e takes capture. But I was quite well prepared for it. You see, I put my bishop on d7. It wanted the bishop right to e6. It wanted the bishop right to e6, trying to target c4, so knight d5 here. So takes, and then either, yeah, so it wanted bishop takes. It wanted bishop takes, basically. And then something like knight d7 to play this sort of endgame. So with some sort of imbalance, because I leave them with the light square bishop, which can be poor due to their pawns in the middle. But okay, I just put the bishop on d7, offering knight takes d5, and not having c takes be a tempo on my bishop. In the game, the king h1, yeah, I mean, they don't really have an idea here other than knight d5, so I feel like they should do it. Is kind of the truth. So apparently c5 here. I don't really know how this is working. Ah, that's an interesting idea. Takes an e5 hitting this. In the game king h1. Okay, we both keep missing c5 is kind of the point. Finally, I'm targeting c4, and we trade queens, and now the second game's already better for me because of the pressure on b2. And yeah, if you ever play b3, then okay, I'd use the a file, so this is already working well. Okay, well, anyway, next game. We're playing a CM, but a CM who's 28-29. That's not a bad rating. b6. Looks like a very small child. Alright, what if I do my reverse Leela Gambit? Like, just do this. And then just take my pawn. Where are my Gambit glasses? Oh, you didn't want the pawn. Didn't want the pawn. Okay, but we still are playing a reverse Leela Gambit. e4. Do I play 3 and just trade? Do I play rook h3? Rook h3 feels useful. This is an interesting idea. But the thing is, I need to protect the h4 pawn. Okay. Move feels useful. c5. How do you plan on recapturing? Probably by b pawn. Oh, spicy. Okay. think this is interesting to put the bishop on g2, which is otherwise doing nothing. Whoa. I couldn't take, bishop c5, and I would lose this. So now this is very annoying. I don't know how this happened.
Four, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Wow, no. I just got crushed. Jesus. Wow, what? That was terrible. That was dreadful. That was really dreadful on my part. Okay, oh well. What the heck happened here? I needed to just kind of force this. So it's just poor decisions. Again, I should just play a3. Instead, I defend this pawn, and then the troubles begin. Again, I should just play a3. I try to get cute with bishop g2 here. And I kept not playing a3. Even now, with the rook pinned. My concern was, like, this would happen, but I just didn't take with the pawn. Because if I take with the queen, then this is my concern. It gets pinned. No, those are just very poor decisions here. Oh, this is even not losing immediately, because I can just go here, and this is not actually so bad. This pinned, I'm not losing the rook. And I even have compensation for the pawn in the endgame. Okay, just grand slam of things not to do. Not to do. Not it at all. Oh well. What's up, everyone? I haven't really acknowledged the chat here. What's up, Edwin? Yeah, the Fedorovitz Gambit versus the Deceiver Gambit. Fedorovitz Gambit is, I think, specifically, to answer your question, knight e4 here. Whereas my Deceiver Gambit is this position. And the key difference, here versus here, the key difference, and something that's very important to me for all my gambits, is that the most natural moves for white won't just work. Right? Like here, the truth is, if white just wants to go like here, 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 they'll probably be okay. Like this check isn't like gonna kill them. Knight d2, bishop d2 is also okay. And they should just be able to be okay. And like, the risk for white is if they start like trying to get cute with it, right? But if you're just doing the most natural things, trying to get your king out of the center, you'll probably be fine. Whereas here, if you do that, you're gonna get hit with like g5, h5, h4, targeting this bishop that strayed a little too far from home. So that's what makes this line so fun here, trying to trap this guy. up h4. Okay, now you can create the square. You have to go f6 g3, which is a huge problem. You don't want them to just, like, even if they've never seen it before, there should be some sort of penalty for that. Yeah, it happens. Tough game. Appreciate you. Check out the knock-knock gambit. Will do, will do. Thank you all for the subs. Here, check this out. Let's go to YouTube Studio. 99.44. 99.44. Go sub on YouTube. Thank you, Board Control, for the follow on Twitch. Go sub. We're so close. We are so close. Almost. That's going to be really exciting. 10K. I started YouTubing, I guess, a few years ago. It was like at the end of college, I remember. At the end of college, I had this idea. Because I watched so much of Rosen and Schranz, and I had this idea. What if we made the Stafford a slightly different move order? What if we made the Stafford just by starting with bishop c5 instead of with knight f6? And I remember researching. I still have my like original Bushgas files. This was like a few years ago, and I spent like a ton of time researching. And like I had it all, and like I perfected, and it was so much longer than like I actually just sat down and just recorded me explaining all the ideas. What if we did the Stafford, but just with bishop c5 first? And more grew from that. And I was like, okay, I may as well share it. Oh, wait. What if we did the Blackmore-Deemer gambit with bishop g5 first, so that we could play queen takes f3? And I don't know, from there, YouTube channel was grown. Inspired by Rosen and Schranz, and I'm just like, oh wow, I love doing this. Sounds like the kind of thing I did in college when I need to revise for an exam. Yeah, exactly, right? That's all it was, but people like my ideas. I mean, way more so than I could have guessed, and I could have realized, and I really appreciate you all. Alright, National Master from Brazil. Wait, it's a Brazilian flag, but that is not... Aren't those Cyrillic characters? That's... who knows? Okay. Alright, speaking of Bushgas gambits. That, like, that's not Portuguese. I don't know. Take my pawn. Take my pawn. Ooh. That's an early bishop g5. Let's play it with... Okay. Alright, d5 is not going to work at this point. Got to play c6 to keep the knight out of there. The pin, otherwise. What's up? Do you want to put it there? Do I need to do it? Are you going to do it? Alright, I'll play a5, whatever. Okay, now I feel like this is... I feel like the idea should be g5, bishop g4. My biggest concern with g5 right now is knight takes g5, honestly. I'm surprised you're letting me put this here. Because I don't want them to just go h3 and g4. I don't want to deal with... Alright, let's go here while I think about... Because my two ideas are this. Okay, now they play h3, but... Okay, maybe I missed my window, whatever. Bishop g4, I didn't want them to go h3 and g4. I wanted bishop g4 and then to play g5. That's the truth. But now with the bishop here, the best way to counteract this pin... This is important lesson. The best way to counteract this pin Well, because already my queen can step to the side. I have knight can replace, so queen can step to the side, and now the knight is free. Without having to ever play pawn takes f6. But is to run this bishop out of rope. Ooh, really? Okay, I could play bishop b4 right now, which I think is a good move. But I have a better idea, which is takes, and now on e5. Tempo here, and now maybe knight g6. I was going to go this way. I don't think that was a good idea, because I had put my rook on e8. I was ready for that. Okay, you've moved this pawn, otherwise I might have take, hit c5, hitting the queen, c4, trapping the bishop. But, okay, knight g6, unless I'm just helping that bishop out. No, because, yeah, I have pressure on e4, like I said. This pin can be no longer. I also had g5 in tow. So my knight took a shortcut to g6 via tempo on this bishop. It didn't even have to come via f8, which is the original reason why I moved my rook, to create that square for this Karpovian maneuver, if you will. Yeah, bishop g3 free. No way. What? Why wouldn't you take my knight? Bishop b4 also a good move, but this should be a free pawn. I mean, I don't see why not. Well, okay, the problem is some queen f3 garbage. Take. Bishop f7, check, king f7, queen f3. But then I go queen f6. It should be okay if wholly unnecessary. Maybe better to just keep this solid. Something like queen c7 or queen b6 even. Queen b6 is actually a great move because there's no knight a4 anymore. There's no knight a4 anymore. So now take. This is the right idea. With this now undermined. And we're in business, just down a lot of time. That was more precise than I needed. I think I had a couple ways to win this pawn. So I think they played it quite poorly, honestly. But now we're winning this pawn in style. So this was more precise than I needed to do it. Oh, are you losing a knight? Or do you have weird tricks on f7? You have knight takes h6. No, you know what? Whatever. Let's just be the safer way. This might have been even better. But let's just not open that. Alright, we can trade off for this knight. It's probably a good piece. Trade off and just bring the rook in. Didn't allow any tricks. Oh, it hits my rook. Okay, come on. Where are you going with your queen anyway? Probably nowhere good. Short on squares a little bit. c5. Come across.
Four, five.
Bishop is hit because of the pin. This position is really good for me, just the time is not.
Four, five.
e2 I should have played. Anyway, pressure here is good.
4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
No, they got jammed in a little bit.
2, 1, 2, 2.
That's not what I wanted from my
1,
pawns.
2,
Oh, what?
1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3.
What did I just
Two,
do?
three.
Why did I hang my
2,
bishop?
3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4.
Go here.
5.
Oh, yes. That was my last trick. That was my last trick. Oh, it's too funny. We got the bishop to cover the square. Okay. I pulled a Rosen. I pulled a Rosen. Oh, it's funny. It's actually really funny. Oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, that's funny. Alright, I mean, we totally outplayed him, like, we just totally outplayed him. Here, oh, I actually missed a really nice tactic, which is take, and then take here, and I won a pawn, because you can't take back because of the check. That's actually really filthy, because the bit, you got rid of that. Okay, I mean, in this position, we had already, this is already, like, losing for white, minus 1.5. Minus 3. I don't know why I went for this instead of just rook e2. Just rook e2, which is literally what I had been planning. And then the queen will coordinate on f2 there, and white can effectively resign. Okay, but instead I just tried to eat some pawns. And I think I ended up playing this a little safe. Going for this. Oh, the point should have been check and take the bishop. Instead I was like, oh, let's trade queens. Okay, of course it's all still winning, because it's just so many pawns, but then I just do something ridiculous with my pawns instead of just running with my king. I end up getting them stuck on the wrong colors, and now this might just be drawn, because they're stuck. And then I just hang the bishop completely. So that's not good. And now I should be losing. And I got lucky to draw this. Okay, this of course should be lost. But I had one last trick, which is, okay, you just need to, like, move it elsewhere, and now go here to not control this. Okay, I mean, just a ridiculous game. Things happen in very short time controls. Things happen in very short time controls. I'm glad to discover your channel. You inspired my play a lot. The chess makes fun again. Awesome. You deserve much more than 10k. That's really sweet. Shout out PXV. To get to more than 10k, we gotta get to 10k. At which we are close. What's up, DSF? Hello, twin. I need advice. How can I help you? Maybe we'd be blessed with a good corner. Desert Lightning sub with Prime for 4 months. Appreciate you. Sub with Prime, yeah, you can sub for free if you are an Amazon Prime member. Thank you so much. When you search Von Popular, Grafe is the next suggested word. That's nice to hear. Alright, I think that's actually round 4, so we have a little break. I have 1.5 out of 3, but 1.5 out of 4 since I started a little late. Am I good with giving advice? No, but I do it anyway. Go ahead. I'm glad you guys liked that stalemate trick. That was pretty funny. I mean, at this moment here, where I went rook takes e4, I'm actually kind of curious And I didn't go pawn takes e4. I mean, it was a good practical choice. Because, yeah, it was correct. Because pawn takes e4, okay, there's like knight takes h6 or bishop takes f7. And you don't really know, with like the queen coordinating there. These are all checks. So just rook takes, just keep this closed. And it's just a super clean pawn that we're ahead. If I do it right now... Yeah, there's tricks here. Takes, knight hanging. If I go here... Yeah, I mean, it's crazy stuff. They can give a piece and then take f7. I thought you were going to ask for chess advice. Hi, William. I love you so much. With a rose. That's so sweet. I love you more. My advice to you would be to teach them some gambits. Teach them the Bushgas gambit. They'll love you. Got a big tail Tuesday today. We got 12 people on 404. Naroditsky, Penguin, Chessbra, Hikaru, and some other GMs. The parents are titled players? Damn. Both of them? That's crazy. I mean, if this is a genuine question... This is funny. I'm dating an Asian Anna Kramling, basically. Well, congratulations. You're gonna meet the parents. Just be you. Just be charming, presentable, all that good stuff. Agreed. Don't have too high of an ego about the chess. You got this. Don't stress too much. I'm sure they'll love you. I'm sure they'll love you. I'm still kind of curious about this name. You're Brazilian, but you got these characters. Against this person, I got 1 win, 2 draws, and 1 loss. So I'm actually kind of curious about that. Oh, because this was my second draw. We've played 4 games entitled Tuesdays. I lost 1 and then drew twice. Here's this one in that I won. What happened here? It was a Goring. We hit him on f7. But they were okay out of the opening. Tried to trade queens. I said no. Oh, okay. Next game. Oh, this guy's also streaming. Played knight c6. That's interesting. And d5. My understanding is this is wrong because, like, I can jump here. Do I play d4? Bishop b5. Quick bishop b5. Just bishop d7 instead of here. Okay. Wait, d4, maybe d5. So what happens? Takes knight. Yeah. Do we take it? Do we just come back? Yeah, just come back. Just come back for now. Castle's d5, maybe some move to create a pin, but then I play bishop d2. Yeah, I'm not sure they wanted to allow this. Bishop g4, then I go bishop d2, and I think that's a little uncomfortable for them. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, you gotta move this somewhere. g6. Maybe I should have been castled, because okay, I'm dealing with a couple of pins as well. Bishop c4, knave 6. Okay, let's try to keep holding this to take e6, perhaps. Maybe I just should have given the pawn bishop d2 and castled. Take e6. Yeah, I think that's a smart continuation if you're black. Bishop d2, ed5. Knight f6, bishop d2 loses a piece. That's kind of the line I was looking at. Well, yeah, queen c5 right now, then I have queen e2. So yeah, this is the correct continuation. Oh, knight. Uh-huh. Kind of messed this up then. Bishop d2, knight takes d5. Okay. Oh, that's a good move, actually. It's kind of annoying. It's definitely annoying. How do I not take it? I mean... I just played this so badly. Choice. Take this one. Take this one. That's what I should have been doing.
4, 3, 4.
It's check. How did I not even consider this?
3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Oh. What? Ah, terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. Not my day-to-day. This was a little... not it. Best move. No, this was the best move, now that after I thought about it. It just wanted a 3. Just wanted to be a little more solid so that I could play b4 at some moment. This apparently was the idea. Go here. And then they're just tied up in pins. We're down 2 pawns. But they're tied up in pins. So I just did something stupid. Why is this good? What does this do? Oh, the rook is hanging in this position. Okay, but that's tough to see. No, this was all bad. This is just worse than a pawn even. Rook e1 should have played first. This was a blunder. Also missing this. Okay. Okay, I need to just kind of like snap into gear. Maybe I need caffeine. I feel like. One second, I will be right back. Okay. Let's go. Enough horsing around. I love how in the Twitch chat there was this conversation of this guy about to meet his girlfriend's parents in a chess-related context. Good luck with that. Playing WFM Olga Yushko from Ukraine. In the next round of Tail Tuesday here. Who appears to be not ready for the game. Oh, they are. Okay, wait, let's go back to... Oh, wait, I feel bad. Can I give a take back? There's no take backs. If I play a4, I want them to go knight b6, but they can go knight b4. I don't want... I want to just transpose. I don't know how to make that happen. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I probably don't speak English for me to chat. The chat was disabled also, I was checking. I mean, to have pre-move d6 when c4 is a very common move in that position is not the best way to go, you know? As an Alekhine player. Yeah. really out-dummied my dummy gambit. I wanted to play a Tate gambit, actually. Tate gambit all the rage now. Knight takes, queen takes, both are good. Okay, I want to go like here. take, I mean, it doesn't really get me anywhere. This is interesting. Now an e6 would be fun. Still not at this exact moment. e5, maybe we drop in here. Maybe I take it. Bishop takes pin. Is the pin that good? I don't know. I do know it's actually hard to bring this out. That is a tough piece to bring out. I mean, this could be fun, but wholly unnecessary. I'm also not going to trade off for that bishop because g6. Could have stopped in here first. Ice cream truck is here. Still, I don't know what you're doing here. And I got you to play b5, so I don't know that you want to go that way, but you're gonna have to do something. That'll be fun. Ah, I just allowed e5 with this knight. No, I didn't, because the rook is hanging. So if I en passant, I'm not losing the knight. Okay, yeah, that was, I guess, necessary. Alright, speaking of dropping into a8. Ooh, I would consider this for a moment. Ah, no, I get away with this, because that's mate. That's mate with the pawn covering that. And otherwise the queen is attacked. So, yeah, I mean, I've got a couple things that are good, including just stupid simple trading queens and forking here. Okay. I mean, I feel bad because, like, I kind of went on a pre-move issue on move 3. But this cannot be good practice as an Alekhine player. You play this every single time as black. To pre-move DC, like, I understand these are common moves, but so is this. Okay, oh well. I mean, we all make pre-move errors. Yeah, what I wanted was b6 and a4, this fun line, and with rook a3, the Tate variation that I had talked about a few times on my channel. Okay, I mean, from here, everything was good. I don't know, what, 97.2 on my part. So, but yeah, I talk about this. Yeah, tough. I mean, go here first. a4, trying to play a5. There's two moves here. There's a5 and d6. d6, which is a useful move. I mean, you allow the knight to be kicked. And e takes d6 main line. It's actually saying this is a good move. They can gambit. But I can also gambit with this move, e6. Takes in d4. Now the pawn is tied down. Something like g6. This is a good move. So like knight c6. It's a good move. I think the bishop comes to h3. Best move is e5. And don't play g6 because apparently this is strong. e6. Yeah, it's a smart idea because this would fix your problems. And g4. That's crazy. Yeah, black has to be quite precise. Black has to be quite precise, otherwise a5 or a3. e6, d4 is a good gambit. d6, we just gotta take it. d4, come out, or g3 is fun. Yeah, this guy comes to h6. Another idea is just actually even do this, because h4, you might want the rook over here. h4 and h5 come out. Just go all out towards this king. And that's the way to go. Otherwise, e6, we give this rook, right? We were talking about this last time on the channel. So Electro Pig. Desert Lightning. Unburnt. 2560. Yeah, we were over 27. We were over 27, and then we just kind of like messed around a little too much. We'll get it back. Oof, I'm tired today. I don't know why. I did sleep a lot. Nice of me to even think about giving it back. I mean, yeah, I don't play like just for results. Like I play for because I love chess and to share that with you guys. Someone else wrote simp. For me to think about not taking the knight. It's actually really funny. That didn't even occur to me. This is the world's healthiest popcorn, if you can even call it that. How are we doing until Tuesday? We have 2.5 out of maybe 6 at this point. No, we have 2.5 out of 5, but 2.5 out of 6 since I started late. So I started with 0 out of 1. 2.5 out of 5 in the games we played. Okay. We can close strong here. We can close strong and with a good score until Tuesday. We Swiss gambited. As you guys know, I've been boxing every day. Every day, except I didn't this weekend. Every weekday. I didn't go Saturday or Sunday. I go in the boot, in my walking boot, and I might lose my walking boot in a couple days, which is really exciting. As you guys also might know, I had surgery coming up on 2 months ago. It's been a month and a half, really, on my left ankle. As we train for the World Chess Boxing Championships, which are in 2 months now, in Serbia, for Team USA in September. Yeah, even with the ankle thing. That's why I've been working so hard to recover. I mean, it's disadvantageous for sure, but that's why we're working so hard. I mean, we were working so hard before it. We'll make an even better story if we could still pull it out. How'd I break my ankle? Literally, I was running, changing direction, and there was a patch of mud. What is that flag? Mozambique. That's a cool flag. I actually really like that. Ivan Andrade. See, even though this person is from Mozambique, they still had nominative determinism to name Ivan, or Ivan, which is such a chess name. Ooh, okay, they decline my Bushcast Gambit, but I will accept your pawn. White here has several options. Rook e1 is not a good one. But the best one, I understand it is d4. I think that's the best one. And then I need to play d5 because I can't deal with this problem after the bishop's been closed and the file's been totally cracked open. Knight takes e5, I play d5 to deal with f7 rather than just going full copycat. It's covered in the Bushcast denier's theory. Otherwise, in like knight c3 or d3, we can always just go, yeah. So again, like knight f6, knight takes e5, d5, it's about equal. But we can keep it spicy with this knight takes f2. White here actually has, I think, queen e2, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not sure, actually, if queen e2 is here in another position. But playing anything other than rook takes f2 would be crazy, yeah. Okay, so I got to take it now, or else d4 blocks my bishop. And now, why don't we play d5? So, for our knight and bishop, we got a rook and 2 pawns, which is already not a bad haul. To play check there is surprising. Well, you just go back to b3. Because something I want is like e4, trade, and like queen h4. If I can make that move, obviously queen just would trade right now. So that's not it. Let's cast. Well, it's now even stronger because queen h4 check could win this if we do it right. Alright, regardless, let's castle. I mean, it's got a lot of compelling options here, honestly. Because, yeah, bishop g5, I have f6. There was no pin here. That's why I threw in d5. Okay, they come back. e4 takes queen b6. Do we want... How much badly do we want to do this right now? Versus just like bishop g4, f5 and e4. I feel like you're a little short on squares. e4 takes... Well, this actually has to be really good. Because I think I can just trade the queens, now that I realize it. Right before they even get a chance to develop. And then just drop right into d1 with my rook. Like, queen b6 check and d takes e4 is good. Don't get me wrong. But... I mean, it's crazy to want the queens off here. But takes e3... Knight f1, rook d1. Yeah, this is a serious problem for white. If I just jump right in here. You have bishop d2, but then I mean, I just don't want it hit like this. But e3 first. I mean, your pieces are now all tied down. Very, very tied down. Like, which piece of yours can even move? Is kind of a good question. So king f1 could solve a lot of problems if I allowed it. So I don't want to allow it. Let's play a5 to play b5 and a4. So you need a3 right now. Really? No, you just got the bishop trapped anyway. That didn't even help. Why would you do that? I mean, I understand because you wanted to defend to prepare an a3, right? But it didn't work at all. Not that their position wasn't completely losing anyway. The rook is a monster. I mean, it just ties everybody down. To be clear, I also wasn't even down material. 2 pawns and a rook for a bishop and knight is arguably better. So... we got him. Let's just bring him out. King e2 check. I guess they could play h3. Okay, not a ton of time, so let's focus a bit on that. I guess this is hanging, but that's hanging. I want a2. Not that that pawn's so easy to push. Don't get jammed in here. This is a good check. Oh, whatever. Just trade and come here. Maybe 3 is what I should have played.
Five. 4-5. 4-5.
I mean, I had an a2 check if they moved the bishop, but yeah, GG. GG. We just kind of straight up outplayed them. Haha. I love this. Look at this. Because it's all blunders at the beginning of the game. It's all blunders and misses at the beginning of the game. It's all like deep red here. Because, of course, they keep wanting white to take the pawn. But nobody's been accepting the Bushcast Gambit today. The absolute best move. Yeah, d4 is good. Knight c3 is a good move. But these are very rare in d3. Now we go for this. Yeah, white does have queen e2 here, which you have to be an absolute madman to play. Because, like, knight pulls back and now you have d4. Like, I've violated principles. I've kept my king in the middle. Now these files are streaking right at me. Pressure on f7. Something like this is needed to just survive. Crazy lines. They take on f2. Yeah, check was a very strange choice. I mean, something like this happens, and then we have, okay, a couple of pawns and a rook for the bishop and knight. And white should be able to kind of develop a little bit. Although, you know, I should have a pretty good center. But check here is just kind of asking for trouble. King g1 makes a great deal of sense, because I do want, like, e4, some combo of this, and okay, attacking h2. But, yeah, takes and just kind of allowing my rook to come to d1 is crazy. I mean, you got to move that knight here and not take the pawn. After which white is still worse because they really lack development. But our takes, I mean, a rook on d1 in general, like in new situations, can just be a total monster, regardless of whether you're winning material right away, because it just ties you down completely. Like, for as long as the rook stays here, you're just like really struggling to develop. You need this and this somehow. Very tough to arrange. I haven't even sacrificed any material for this. And yeah, I mean, the other rook can also just replace it. So, I mean, I think we play the best way here, which is a5. If a3 here, we're just going to play with this with b5, bishop b3. a4 or c5 is also interesting, trying to play b4, hit the bishop, and then win the knight once the bishop runs out of squares. In the game b4, I mean, it didn't really help matters too much, but we just trapped this bishop here. I mean, a4 is like, and a takes b4 was also very good. they're equally good. Yeah, no, their position is just a disaster, and it's -6. I think we did everything else right. -6, because I also have, in addition to being up in exchange, I'm 4 extra pawns, including a few passers. So, we just didn't flag, which is good. We didn't flag, which is good. What is up, Mr. Matt Thomas? Welcome in. On his way back from Las Vegas. Gotta go. Can I get a Cornell sucks for the road? I don't know what that's in reference to. I have no particular beef with Corn. Oh, next round is starting. I came in just in time. National Master from America. Play another Bushcast Gambit? No. What to do? Let's play D5. I played C5 last time. Alright. Gonna get like a Catalan or this line. B3 with G3 is a choice. I mean, like, I could just do this, but is this not, like, kind of really not what you want if you're white? Because now you've played B3 and it's kind of a waste of time? This would be something if you could get away with this. D3 and then knight here. I mean, if there was ever a chance to do this, it would be now. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'll start it off with knight c6. Because, okay, trading is not something you want to do. Okay. I mean, I guess they had to. Maybe I missed my opportunity. But this is still very good for black. I don't know why they did it like this. Let's go bishop c5 or e5 first. e5 is a good move. This is good too. No, okay, this could have been worse for them. Certainly could have been worse. e5 takes, queen e7, so, you know, they can't go there. e5, I might just be giving myself problems. No, I mean, unless it's just good. Mini 4, right? So let's bishop g4. Don't try this at home, kids. e4, knight g5. Okay, we should just play with takes and bishop here. Queen takes, yeah. So here, solid. e4 was compelling, but it's too much to think about. Not enough time. Okay, bishop should be here, or on g4. Here is good. And c6. Do you want to take it, actually? No, they didn't. Okay. Very nice position for black. I would already rather be black for sure. G4. Try and trade off from my very good bishop. Let's just go takes and f5, right? Takes f5, then we might really get cracking on some aggressive ideas. e4, f4. A little too aggressive now. Perhaps just this is more sound. Maybe, I mean, if I wanted to attack, that was my opportunity. Yeah. Well, okay, no, they've rook e3. Just go here. D3, take. D3 I take, right? Okay, we just gotta be fast. Just this here, D3. Oh, we want to give... Oh, no, I can't do it like that. Okay.
Five.
Pawn to 5 is a little stupid now, because I never played F4.
4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3,
Oh, really?
2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4,
Just want to go with my king, right?
5,
Are you coming this way?
4,
Go
5,
this way.
4, 3, 4,
Only
3,
4.
4. 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4,
Yes, but how do I actually win this pawn?
3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2,
That wasn't the best.
2, 1, 2, 3,
Okay. Still drew the game.
4,
I don't think we were ever in trouble, but
5,
not that I played this the
4,
absolute
5.
best. Really? Wow, okay. I mean, are you serious? This is something. Okay. I mean, that's the thing about this time control is, like, obviously I played better than this person at the beginning of the game, and I got an advantage as black, but, you know, I just kind of had to pick up the pace and couldn't really convert it. Knight d6 was the best move here. If I played d3... Oh, I'm just losing the pawn immediately. I didn't even see this move at all. Okay, so knight c6 was correct. And then I guess they had to take it, because... Or else... this was never a good idea. I need e5 now. Okay. In the game... Here, this is all better for me. Oh, that was a poor choice. How is this working, though, if there was just h3? Oh, because takes and this is hanging. Yeah, okay, this is pretty obvious. Okay, but we're back to having advantage. There's nothing so huge here. They played all right. Yeah, e4 kind of, like, if I play c5, there are ideas to later play f4, even though I give this square to try to get towards this king. Either open the f-file, or, you know, try to get it with f3 and queen h3. Here, I guess, gave them the chance to just kind of trade, and then kind of trade everything. This was actually a very poor choice. e3 was best to not. Because here, yeah, I felt that I was maybe, yeah, I am a little bit worse. I guess the issue being they have kind of the E and D lines, and now this pawn is pretty stupid. It can be a target, and it leaves my king a little exposed. What did I miss here? Check here. Oh, no, we were in serious trouble. Because I couldn't go takes first and then rook e8, because then they would trade and then win this pawn at the end of that line after trading all the rooks. Like I said, the pawn was not well placed. But they could have brought the other rook here, so I no longer have rook e7, and then I guess once I move the queen... No, this wasn't even a good move. I could take and just go into queen versus 2 rook sort of endgame. Oh, rook 8 d7 back? What's the... Oh, because now this is hanging, yeah, after trade. Okay. So we both kind of missed that clever little sequence. Here I didn't have to trade queens. Could have gone here. It's another option. Okay, but then this is all... Evaluation stays dead equal. Even though this gets a little interesting, as now I have some pressure on these pawns. Rook d7, trying to go rook d3, but that was not correct. It was supposed to go here, but why? So that the king is free without losing b6. So I had to go with the king. Rook d3, as enticing as it looks, there is b4. They do have that out. They do have that out, and now, like, that's the problem. I mean, I could just take these pawns, but we just trade all the pawns here. So I tried to keep it a little imbalanced, taking this one, and then defending, being like, okay, maybe can I win b4 at any moment, but not really. Not really. b5 with the pin. I do have rook d4 check with no more pins, so you don't want to do that if you're white. f4 played. This was a huge blunder. I played h6 to try and stop king g5, but we both blundered b5. Pin, and now with f4, they actually just shielded the check. So this is actually a huge problem. King c5. I guess I lose this endgame. h5. Yeah, the pawns are poorly placed here. h5 take, and then they just go in. King d7 takes, and I will lose. Wow. So we both missed that. They played h5. Now we trade, and now I'm like, okay, I still have check if b5. So I run back this direction, but we both played accurately enough to draw this game. But, okay, we both kind of messed that up there. Interesting battle. Okay, we now have 4 points in Title Tuesday out of something. Out of 8. Well, really 4 out of 7, because I started with 0 out of 1. But that's why there's a long break right now. I recently moved to Buffalo and was informed that Cornell sucks was just a default New York greeting. It's funny. I guess not in Ithaca. Yeah, there's increment. It's 3 plus 1, which is a really weird time control. So it's very different than 3 plus 0, where you can really just dirty flag. And also very different than 3 plus 2. Very different, because the amount of time it takes to make a move is like about, let's say, 1.5 seconds. You know, when you're like blitzing out. And so if you have 3 plus 2, the derivative of your time is positive. If you 3 plus 1, that's negative. You're going down. Makes a big difference. I like your style. I like your style. The difficult part of chess boxing seems to be avoiding punching your opponent while playing chess. I think that's the difficult part of chess. Avoiding punching your opponent while playing chess. Okay, 4 out of 8. With 3 more rounds to go. Hikaru in the lead here. The only one 7.5 f8. So we're playing an IM from a country whose flag won't display. I wonder which one that is. For d6. Let's just play with knight c3 and a Pierce. Unless they wanted like a Philidor sort of setup. Which it seems they do now that they won't just go g6. Already making the IM move on, on move 3. I haven't made a move. Oh, d6, d5. That's an interesting idea. Okay. Ooh, okay. What's happening? I probably should do it. I don't like any of the knight moves so much. And it's a weird French-ish structure. Could take g7. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. Interesting. I guess this is an interesting idea, right? I mean, the trouble with this move actually is now g3, this queen d5. Ah, okay. Well, that's no longer the trouble with this move. Maybe the setup was a little too cute. Okay, h5, h4 coming. Kind of annoying, honestly. Setup was a little cute. I should have played h3 to answer h4, g4. Yeah, I'm actually not a fan of the way I played this. Whatever. Where is your king going? This is testy. Alright, let's go here. d4, that was interesting. Oh, wait, that's why I was going to go knight d4. Out of squares? Are you kidding? Yikes. That's not it. Don't like that. Alright, well, I guess we'll hang out here. Knight g1 and win the pawn? Just pretend there's nothing else going on in the world. Okay. Yeah, what else could be happening? Nothing. Ah, defense of the pawn. How rude. There's also this. Oh. I mean... that's insane. Whatever. How do I lose immediately? I don't see it, so I'll just do it. Oh, that's how I lost immediately. This was a very poorly played game. Yeah, okay. This was very, very, very poorly played. Okay. No, no, no. Just a total disaster. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, this was... I don't know why I thought the structure was so playable. For some reason, I thought they were also going G takes F6. No, I needed to go for this. Takes Queen D2 is a nice choice. Because now in this endgame, we're able to castle with the queens now off the board to protect B2. So that comes nicely, and White's position here is pretty easy. Easy development, and they've got a little bit messed up structure there. Okay, that's what I should have done. Was KD2 instead of Queen D2 after Queen E7? Ah, King D2. You're right. Yes, King D2. You're better than me. Yeah, my king should be here. I guess it's patched in a little bit better than it was on F2. Yeah. My king should be here. Instead, I just made kind of a series of poor decisions. And then I just got my rook trap. But this is already unpleasant. I mean, bishop e2 keeps myself in the game. Because I'm not losing my rook. I have knight f3 at least. But, okay, I mean, the position's not pleasant. But I should have just done this. I don't know how I hung queen d5 after seeing it at first. And then I just forgot about it. Oh, it's been a long day. Okay, next round will start soon. I guess that game ended pretty quickly. And so... oops. Naroditsky leading with 8 out of 9. Who did Akara just lose to? Lost to Naroditsky. Wow, what happened here? Naroditsky white, Akaro black. This is some theory that I don't know. Okay, he sacrifices a pawn. They still seem to be both in prep a little bit. But this seems awkward. I would not want to be black here. You have an extra pawn, but it sucks, and your bishop can't move for a long time. Okay, open the evaluation here. Rook g4. So you need to go bishop e7, because allowing this take on d6, now it can recapture here, so you don't want that. And rook g4, and it can stay there for a long time. The bishop's not getting out anytime soon. Oh. Next game started. Let's go. This person is Canadian. Bushcast Gambit. C3 is an interesting idea to try to play quick d4, but we strike first. We strike first. Now you can take this pawn if you want it and play d4. Most people just bail out and play d4, and then this is just equal. But you can take it. Of course, the engine would recommend this. Oh, and they do. And they do. Where are my Gambit glasses? Oh, there. I'm back. Queen of 3 is actually by far the best move, and it's rare that people find it. Most people move the bishop, actually, and just hang g2. They move the bishop anywhere. Okay, now with the queens being traded, I think we have to go here, because or else the bishop will hang. So they actually did this the right way, because the queen was pressuring this knight, which protected the bishop. What I get to do often now, yeah, is this little trick. Take, and take c3. Bushcast Gambit prep goes deep. Bushcast Gambit prep goes deep. Or at least just in this particular line. Now, this is nice because we eliminated this knight that was protecting the bishop, right? And the point being, now we have check. Now we have that check and recapture here. And we should be good. We should be good. I don't think the knight is in any danger. It can come back without too much trouble because they're not so developed. I understand why they want to play bishop e3 and not allow that trade. But now there's some pressure on e5. In fact, f4, I can take it anyway. Rook e1 gives me an option of like rook here. Okay, rook d8 is an option. So is pulling this back and looking at that. For example, knight d4. I think knight a3 should be played. If I go here right now... Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay, knight a3. Now, knight d4 doesn't seem to do quite as much relative to knight f4. And can come to d3. And then we got some targets. Then knight on d3 would have, yeah, lots of targets, not to mention the rook. I would take it if I were white. I think it's too good. Now that's hanging. The king awkwardly on h1. And also rook d2. There's no knight c4 either. That's probably a better move than what I recommended. But still gives us lots of options, such as this. Knight d4, rook d2. And then I wish the king was there for a big check. This is an idea. Okay, probably the best. Probably the best, because we're combining a few things. Back rank problems with e5 hits. And we're continuing to keep this not super useful. So if I come down, rook d2, rook e1. They're okay there. Should I play g5 then? Rook d5, f4. G5 there. An interesting idea is check, trade it all, and rook a1. I want to just kind of keep a good position, so let's stop f4. let's bring this rook to d5 rather than just kind of chase this one pawn. I mean, I could. But okay, let's just keep him tied down. Just want to keep him generally tied down. And now look at knight b4. Okay, let's come in here. Maybe bring the king in. I mean, they're playing well to hang on to their pawns. So now the knight wants to come to c4. That's a good spot. Maybe b5. But the b5 has its own issues. Let's just come here. Maybe look at king f5. Just kind of trying to put all my pieces on good squares rather than pawn hunt. Okay, knight e3 would be good. Okay, I'll play b5 now, though. We gotta watch the clock. And rook c5 as we continue to try to find good spots. Maybe there and here. After knight c2. They're also not having any ideas. Oh, that was just a g4 check, I guess. We're playing quite well here. Now the king should be a monster. But it would be easier for me if there were less things on the board. So we started... like we just traded one set of things. This is extremely strong. We're just completely outplaying them. Check. Wasn't as smart as I thought it was. Still good though, so we continue to tie him down. Knight takes strong, g1.
Five, four, three, four, three, two, three.
Better.
2, 3. 2, 2.
Too much freedom.
3, 2, 3.
This is good. That's what I wanted.
4, 3, 2, 2. 3.
Oh. Okay. I think that was well done. It's a little weird. I think that was well done. Maybe not. Let's see. But GG. So, they played actually the best line. They played the best line, which is, I think, pretty interesting. In the Bushgas Gambit, they play your c3. Immediately, of course, Engine's top recommendation will always be taking the pawn. But next is c3, trying to play really quick d4. And if we kind of ignore that and allow d4 to happen, then they just take the whole center. And that's not what we want at all. So we need to strike with d5, takes a knight f6, which is actually another fun move. Queen takes d5 is perfectly playable, but it gives them the option to just kind of make this equal position. Knight c3, bishop out, and castle, which we don't want either. So knight f6 here, and it gives the option here to continue to gambit a pawn. Knight takes e5, we take c5, they play d4. This is what they wanted, so they get their pawn chain, knight on e5 at the end of it, and we just castle. And it's an interesting position because I think the top three most common moves are literally bishop c4, bishop c3, bishop e2. If you check the database, all these are disasters of moves because of queen takes g2, and this is terrible for white. You get an exclamation for that. Takes, queen takes e5. This is also very unpleasant. Bishop e3, that knight gets hit a number of times. That bishop gets hit a number of times owing to the pin. And rook e8, you're also not castling because you would lose that bishop when you do. And then this, yeah, you're still getting hit right there. So that's not fun. Best move, there's really only one very good move here. It's queen to f3, trying to propose the queen trade, and also if the queens are traded, then the bishop is hanging because there's no hit on the knight. So what we do here is we bring it back to d6, and then what happens here more often than not, because like rook e8, we actually are threatening to win either a pawn or that knight whole. They got to play bishop c4 with tempo. Okay, I'll get back to this later. All right, next game started. You can see I'm from Iran, right? Yeah, nice. Oh yeah, Von Hennig Gambit on the board. Titled Tuesday score so far is, I think, 5 out of 10. Really 5 out of 9, because I missed the first round. G6 is interesting. So if I hit F7 directly, then... I mean, that couldn't have been so smart. Ooh, that's so ugly. What if I just kind of boom, boom, boom? I mean, H6 I had takes, rook F1. Honestly, if I castle here, obviously I want the rook on F1, but I feel like there's going to be some issue with checks. So what if I just do this without putting my king there? I feel like I've checked a position similar to this, and it wanted rook F1 instead of king G1. I'm not sure if I'm remembering wrong. But anyway, what they have here is dreadful. This is all light square pawns, and you only have one dark square bishop to cover it all. It's E6, G6 stuff. There was too much pressure on F7. I played knight E5 before they were able to just castle to deal with F7. So I forced E6, which is very ugly. Now if you castle knight E4, you just lose that piece completely. You don't even have knight D7 to hang on to that. Well, here's the issue now. Should I have castled? Because now there's queen A5 check, bishop D2, queen back to D8. My better idea might have been queen F3. Queen F3, does that win a piece? Maybe. Knight D7 is no go. Queen D4, yeah, just take it, right? Knight D4 right now, check. Bishop D2, you gotta go back to hold this. I think it's just here. I think it's just wins. Everything defended. This is not check, notably. Notably, it is not check, and I just take it. Am I missing something? I don't think so. Yeah, knight will be defended, bishop will be defended as a result. You'll have one spite check, but I shield it anyway. Yeah, knight d7 is nothing. I can just take it. It's defended a number of ways. How to shield. Both shields good. Both shields are good. This is a pretty direct route to win the game. But I like knight e2. It's a good pattern to shield checks like that. Just because you can see now after rook f3, like there's no queen g1, for instance, because the knight defends all these checks. So I think rook f3 is a good move. I think queen d4 is a good move. That actually forces a queen trade. I don't really even need a queen trade. I'm trying to castle. But yeah, there's no queen g1. B2 is guarded. Could just run over. Could go queen c3. Okay, let's just pick up the pace, whatever we do. I mean, I should just trade queens. I don't really know why I'm so anti-queen trade when I'm up. Like here and then here. Don't get mated. Oh, B2, kind of annoying. Could have handled this much cleaner than I did. Should be fine still.
Five, four, three, four, three, two, three,
Oh my god! The knight was just...
two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one.
So dumb. So dumb.
Two, three, two, one, two, three, four, five, four, five,
Can't believe I just hung the knights. Oh, so dumb.
four.
No, I mean, this knight was
five.
everything, also. Like, if I just go rook f1, and like knight d7 next turn, with the rook hit here. I mean, no chance if I just go rook f1 in this position. Oh, that's terrible. Or knight first. What's wrong with this? Oh, because they can trade queens? Yeah, it's a big gap between queen b6 and every other move. I didn't see queen b6. So here to stop it. And just eat the pawn, saying. No, that was really, 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 really dumb. That was really dumb. Okay. Oh well. That was the 11th round. Okay, so we had 5 out of 11, unfortunately. I started with 0 out of 1 because we joined late. That was really bad. Okay. Oh well, oh well. Why don't we just play just some general blitz? The CM is good. Yeah, he was. This is a 3-0 game. Let's go. Oh, no. You don't want the pawn? I think he just blundered almost immediately. No. What's happening? E3. Check. Let's play d6. I guess h3 and e5 is interesting because my pawn is split here. Archmisters, thank you for the follow. Yeah, knights are a little weird. I mean, h3, it's fine. I would have to just go back. This might not have been that smart, because now you do have problems here. You should have kicked my knight out while you could have. Queen f6. Should I try this? Bishop g5. And queen over. Alright, let's go. Yeah, bishop g5 is too annoying. Trying to keep the bishop at g5. They have 6 is a good move. So is this. I think is interesting. I want this and to build something in this direction. How should we take? Let's go knight. If you want to play f4 now, then knight c6, I think it's a nasty pin. So we'll go with that. G6. Looking at e4 and the f4 square. Should be good. Now, let's jump in before they go pawn f4. I think we have a pretty healthy advantage at this point. This was well done. Ooh, do we want to do it? Take yes. Wait, queen g6. No, but they take here. That's the problem. Okay, let me just go here while I think. Take. Yeah, okay, they're just gonna go bishop f1. Alright, and then I'll just go rook e7 or e8. Oh, they're really tempting me. I just don't see it working. Actually, maybe on e5. Okay, we've gotten all our pieces into good spots, but we're down some on the clock. It's a 3-0 game, so we really gotta focus on that, I guess. Pieces are good, stuff's good. What to do next? Some sort of sacrifice and take some break. Take that. I do have that. Let's go here. I don't know. Gotta make progress. Can't just sit on a pretty position. I want to go g4. I mean, they probably should. They probably should, but they don't. this way. Oh yeah, d5 now. That's good timing. Because they can't go e5. So this is nice, but clocks are low for both of us. Clocks are quite low. Bishop f1 is perfectly good move that I didn't. This is good for me. But the clocks are just going to decide this, because that's what non-increment chess is all about. Oh, that was hanging.
Five, four, three, two.
Okay. I think we actually played pretty well. We played pretty well for a 3-0 game. All these blunders at the beginning are pretty amusing. Yeah, this was funny, and we went for this, which was actually a very bad idea, because this is allegedly good. And h3, as soon as you can play h3, you should do it, so there's no future problems here. And then e5, you can hit, and all that. So, no, I mean, white's doing well there if they go for that. 3. This was interesting. Oh yeah, the queen should be on h4. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, of course. Okay, queen f6. If the queen can just hang out on h4, that should be good. This was working. Just trying to go here. Just take. And then here. Yeah, should be working, because I have the g6 and h4 squares, so I don't know where you hide. Yeah. Alright, well. I mean, it took me long enough to break with d5, and I should have done it a lot sooner than I did. But finally we did it. And then this position is just very good once I do that, because their king is open, and also I control the open files, and my queen should be able to pour in. In general, my pieces are better than each of their pieces. And this is just kind of pretty good technique, trading the queens, just keeping a very dominant... I mean, I didn't even take the bishop the first time. Thought very dominant knight against their bishop. Okay, we won this game. This is winning here. Alright, I'm tired now. I'm going to sign off. But check out the full gambit repertoire here. Play these awesome gambits for free. Learn them all. It's just all on YouTube. And join the Discord, which is an awesome Discord server. Share opening ideas. You just got in here. Until Tuesday ended, and I'm tired, and I still have to box later today because I haven't yet. But join up there. Join the Discord to get notified when I go live again, which will be soon. Notably, I'd appreciate it. We're at 9946 subscribers. If you can help me inch closer and closer to getting one more digit, that would be cool. I would appreciate you all. In fact, if you click that button right now, it'll show on stream. Alright. See y'all soon. Get notified when I go live again by joining that Discord server, and have a good one. The YouTube name, you can just search my name, William Grafe, or the Gambit Man.